Hello, day 5. Welcome back. Before we start, two things. First thing, if there's anything that you want me to talk about, anything you'd like me to talk about, please let me know. This is not just for me, this is for everybody. I'm trying to put into words what some people, a friend of mine commented there, actually Gordon commented the other day, he said I'm saying what people can't or won't. And I think the can't part is the important bit. It's the part that people don't know how to express themselves in this context. So if there's anything you want me specifically to talk to me about, or you'd like me to talk about, contact me privately, publicly, I don't mind. Let's have a chat. The second thing is, I am shattered today, so all 25 are going to be on my knees. Anyway, so where are we going today? Today we're going to talk about, so kind of starting into a new subject, a new topic that kind of, it's going to be complex. I don't know if this is actually going to be complete. I suppose in 25 episodes I'm not really going to be able to cover everything, but I want to talk about giving boys a pass, allowing them to get away with stuff because they're boys. Coming back to that infamous phrase, boys will be boys. And an interesting example I read lately was that if you think about two toddlers walking around the house without a pants on, a boy and a girl. When a boy does it, it gets laughed at. It's like, oh, look at him. Isn't he stupid? Put your pants on. Where are you going with your willy out? Whereas if a girl does that, it's like, oh, ructions. Now, depending on the type of family you have, obviously, but in a lot of cases, the two are treated very differently. Boys are allowed to be more aggressive, to show more kind of violent. And I don't mean violent in the sense of like robbing a bank. I mean just outbursts of anger and aggression that are allowed. And this kind of goes back again to what we talked about on 2 days ago. So yeah, so the problem with this boys will be boys is it doesn't teach boys that it's not okay. And they grow up from a very, very young age thinking that it's okay to be that way, to be invasive, to be aggressive. And you've got to think that actually this goes a long way back to the roots of not understanding consent. Because no doesn't mean no at that age. It means no, you shouldn't, as opposed to no, you can't. So we need to stop that earlier on, and we need to stop with this trope that boys will be boys and it's okay to be like that. It's not okay to be like that. Whether we are 3 or 4, whether we are teenagers, whether we are in our 20s or 30s, this needs to be called out. It needs to be called out very rapidly. It needs to be stopped, because if it's not stopped, then no boundaries are set, lines are not set. And in their defense, these young men are then raised not understanding why they can't do what they think. Why can't I lift up the skirt of that girl standing in a nightclub? It's only a bit of fun. Boys will be boys. No. Have to stop it sooner. So that's my message today. Let's get rid of this boys will be boys attitude. Let's treat them with the respect that they deserve, but make them understand why they deserve, it is necessary that they show the same respect in return. By the same passage of thought, girls should not be treated differently. So if you're going to say boys will be boys, then you need to allow girls to do the same thing. So if your teenage girl sees no problem flashing her breasts because of the way you've raised her, that's not to say there's anything wrong with her flashing her breasts. If she wants to do it, and she's old enough, fair off. But you can't be outraged or upset by that. You can't see Instagram photographs of guys without a t-shirt on and then girls without a t-shirt on getting banned if you're not going to apply the same rules. So it's either boys will be boys and girls will be girls, and both are treated the same way, or we stop both. Now, I'm not for censoring anybody, but I just think that if you're going to wave that flag, you need to be very, very clear about what stance you're going to take. I understand I'm being particularly vague. It's because I don't want to tell anybody what they should or shouldn't do with their own kids, their own family. But I do think that we need to be more conscientious of what the phrase boys will be boys means and how it has applications and why it's something we need to be careful about how we use it and how we apply the rules of it. Anyway, enough. It's Sunday, day of rest. Let's give it a rest there. And we'll talk tomorrow. I'll do these press-ups. Okay? Bend. Even my knees, it's sore. All right, let's go. Maybe I'll have to start with that. Okay. Oh, God. I'm not enjoying these. Oh God. Yeah. I'm up for challenges, but I'm not enjoying these at all. Anyway, talk to you tomorrow.